it may be only February, but now is a good time to start thinking about your taxes because today is the first day the IRS is accepting tax returns. And while, of course, we file every year, the pandemic is certainly affecting the process this time around. So 3 on your sides, Susan Campbell has more on hopefully making things easier.
Yeah, some people absolutely dread this time. Some people look forward to it because they're expecting some money back.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no doubt, though, that we have all been impacted by coronavirus in one way or another. And for millions of Americans, the pandemic led to being unemployed or furloughed from their jobs. So if that happened to you, how does that affect how you file your taxes? And do you need to claim that stimulus check? Well, we're talking those questions with certified public accountant Tom Wheelwright, who joins us this morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. We've had so many questions coming into our newsroom from people. First things first, let's jump into that question about unemployment. How do people claim that on their taxes? Do they have to pay taxes on that money?
So they do, and they may be surprised because if they didn't have withholding on their unemployment, then they're going to pay tax. Or if their spouse had a good income, even though they were on unemployment, then they might even owe more tax than what was withheld. So you need to be aware of that one.
And a lot of people actually ended up working from home for the first time ever during this pandemic. And people are wondering, I had to spend a lot of my own money on some office expenses. Can I claim those?
So this is where the tax law favors the business owner and not the employee. Employees do not get to take that deduction, and business owners do.
How about for stimulus checks? We know that a lot of people are wondering, do I have to claim that stimulus check that I received as income?
Well, the good news is that that is actually a tax credit. So it's an advance payment of a tax credit, which means there's no tax either on your federal return or on your Arizona return.
And we know that there are a lot of people who haven't actually received their stimulus checks for one reason or another. Now's the chance to actually cash in on that money. How does that work?
Well, so like I said, this is a tax credit. So you claim it on your tax return. Now, we have a new stimulus payment presumably coming in the next few weeks. And you may want to wait to file your tax return if your income was higher for 2020 than it was for 2019, because the IRS is going to look at which number they have available to them to determine whether you qualify for that stimulus payment. So be a little careful about your timing on filing your tax return.
That's always a complicated thing because the IRS says file quickly, but we want to make sure we have all of that information that we need to file accurately also. Any other quick last-minute advice before we let you go?
Well, I actually thought the video was great because there really are a lot of deductions that you need to pay attention to that you may be missing. For example, a business owner that has an office away from home, there are times when they can also claim a deduction for their home office. So make sure you're capturing all those deductions before you file your return.
Thank you so much for your expertise this morning. We absolutely appreciate it. And of course, the IRS says the best way to file is electronically. If you're owed a refund, choose direct deposit. The agency says there will likely be delays with paper returns and paper checks this year.